If you're interested in a reliable yet affordable medical alert system for yourself or a loved one, you should know about these systems from Bay Alarm Medical. In this review, I'll demonstrate Bay Alarm's latest home and mobile systems and explain why they're good for a senior who's never tried using a medical alert device before. Hi, I'm Jeff Hoyt, Editor-in-Chief of SeniorLiving.Org. In order to help people age with ease, we review medical alert systems that allow seniors to live independently in their homes. Today, I'm going to show you the family of Bay Alarm Medical's emergency response devices. I'll test them, list the pros, cons, and latest prices, which are quite competitive. And I'll explain who can benefit from each of these life-saving products, such as people who want to be protected, but discreetly. I'll even check their claim that their wearable buttons, like this one, are waterproof. Let me start by clearing up a point of confusion. Bay Alarm is a security company. Bay Alarm used to own Bay Alarm Medical, the company behind these medical alert systems for seniors and others. While Bay Alarm Security could help with a break-in, these Bay Alarm medical devices can help with all kinds of emergencies at the touch of a button, such as health issues or fires, or break-ins too. Sure, you could call 911 if you're close to your phone, but Bay Alarm Medical's dedicated US-based agents know who's calling and can get first responders into your home without breaking down the door. You can even call for non-emergency help as well. In fact, most calls don't require emergency medical services to be sent. And with optional fall detection, these devices can call for help even when you can't. We tested 4 different systems to help people with a variety of needs. Bay Alarm's SOS Home system, it protects seniors when they're, you got it, home. And since many seniors still rely on a telephone landline, their cheapest system is designed to work on those. While this home unit will test later, it easily connects to a cellular network. Bay Alarm Medical's mobile systems come in different form factors. Today we'll be testing the oddly named SOS All-in-One 2. Reminds me of that Van Halen album, OU812. Think about it. And even though it's called the All-in-One 2, it's not really an all-in-one unit. Look at everything it comes with. You could carry the SOS All-in-One 2 in your purse or pocket and then wear a separate wearable button that connects to it on your neck or your wrist, or you could simply wear the SOS Micro on your wrist, as this is an all-in-one unit. But it's not called the all-in-one, but rather the Micro, like microgreens. Make it make sense. It does seem odd to wear something around your wrist and call for help but can't tell the time, and that's where the SOS smartwatch comes in. It functions as a smartwatch 24/7, but it can become an emergency response system when needed, and it's aptly named. No matter which system you choose, Bay Alarm Medical offers some nice perks, including a 15-day free trial. If you're not happy with the service, well, just send the equipment back within 15 days, and you won't be charged for anything but shipping. And you don't need to sign a long-term contract that makes you keep paying when you want to stop. Another company actually makes you sign a 3-year contract. Life alert. Life alert. Let me show you how this high-quality equipment can protect a beloved family member or yourself at home or out and about. Watch me unbox the SOS Home. So before we look and see what's inside the box, I just want to point out some of the paperwork it comes with. This says getting started with your medical alert system, and it's very helpful. It's not a 8,000-page manual. It's pretty short, the user guide, but it's filled with big pictures and explanations. Make it pretty easy. There are lots of phone numbers here to call for help if you can't handle the instructions yourself. And it also comes with something they call the vial of life. So this has relevant medical history information. You fill it out, you can handwrite it, and then it comes with a little magnet, and so you can stick it on your fridge, and therefore when someone does come and help you, they can see written out, as opposed to a little medical alert, let's say a bracelet that says diabetic. This can say your medical history and what you're allergic to, and that can be very helpful. Bay Alarm Medical calls this the vial of life. It's a very nice touch. And now that we're done with the paperwork, let's see what's in the box. So here's the actual system. Very long cord, has to be plugged into the wall. The phone system version of this that is plugged into your landline will also need a phone jack, but this one doesn't because it works on the cellular system. Even if you don't have a cell phone, there's enough cell signal around you that it should work fine. So that's the main part of it. And then there's a help button. It's a little round button here. It comes in white or black. This one's white. And then go around a lanyard around your neck. There's the lanyard. Or around your wrist like a wristwatch. So the button can be used either way depending which one you're comfortable with. So this system also has a few options it came with. This is a fall detection pendant, much bigger than the other pendant, but inside there is something that can detect if you fall down. It's not 100% perfect, but it can call for help even when you can't. So that's a super handy feature for many people. And finally, this one also comes with a lockbox that you can use to keep your keys inside. That way, if first responders come to your house and you can't open the door, they don't need to break it down to get to you. Bail Arm Medical will have the access to your lockbox so they can tell the first responders how to get in. And this also comes with an optional help button that you can see can be stuck in the bathroom or at the bottom of the steps, or place where you might fall. If you don't have your medical alert pendant with you, then you can use this help button to call for help. So I'm going to test this system out and we'll see how well it functions. The cellular version of the SOS Home is quite easy to set up. You just plug it in and flip the on switch. It works through a nationwide 4G LTE cellular network, which is usually faster than landline signals. Bail Arm will help you test your cellular signal strength to make sure this will work when you really need it. Now the landline SOS Home version, well, that additionally requires plugging the device into a phone jack, and you have to test the system to make sure it works with your landline. And this is when that 15-day free trial comes in handy, because if it doesn't work with your landline, send it back. Now, if you have a landline and you choose between the two home systems, keep in mind that the cellular system can be moved to another position much easier than the landline. And to be clear, you don't need a cell phone or cell phone service to use this device, but you will need an active landline to use the cheaper landline system. And no matter which home unit you choose, if your electricity goes out or it gets unplugged, the device lets you know. And when I plug it back in, let you know that as well. Now when you press the emergency call button, which I'm about to do, the SOS Home will connect you to one of Bail Arm Medical's 24/7 US-based call centers. You'll talk to trained professionals there through the unit's microphone, and you'll tell them what kind of help you need. You'll hear their responses through the speaker while they contact your caregivers or local first responders such as EMTs, police, or firefighters. Bail Arm Medical will stay in contact with you until help arrives. Let's test the system. When you press the help button, you should hear confirmation.
Calling for help.
That audio feedback is very reassuring. Let's see how long it takes for them to answer.
Hello, this is Brian with Bail Arm Medical. Do you need help?
No, just testing the system, thank you. The reception was pretty bad, I have to say, on that call, but they answered fairly quickly. And even though I reported that you could easily reposition the cellular system in your home, well, you're not going to be unplugging it and taking it with you as you move from room to room. And what if you're cooking in the kitchen and when you need help, but the device is on your nightstand by your bed? Well, you can't reach the button and the microphone isn't close enough to transmit your voice. Well, not a problem, because each SOS Home comes with a wearable button that can be worn around your neck or your wrist. So this is why you wear the wrist and the lanyard around your neck. And if you fall ill or even just fall and you're not within arm's length of pressing the unit's help button, well, you press one of these wearable buttons and it should trigger a call for help as well. Now, Bail Arm Medical says that you can press it 1,000 feet away from the base unit. That's almost a fifth to a mile. That seems rather long. Many factors go into how far the wearable unit can be from the SOS Home to trigger the emergency call, so make sure the device works for you. You need to test the range of the button when you get it to make sure the system works in the places where you might need it. If you have a yard or garage, test in the bathroom with the door closed. And if you regularly venture too far from the base unit for the button to work, then you should consider instead getting one of the portable systems I'll be talking about later. Now, one really clever feature, Bail Arm Medical remotely monitors the batteries in the wearable buttons, so you don't have to. They claim that the batteries inside will last 5 years. And pressing the wearable button, well, it's a great way to call for help when you're too far from the base. But what if you're too far from both? You're not close to the unit, you're not close to your button. Well, you can't press the wearable button if it's not with you. So if you're getting the system for an aging parent or another loved one, you have to teach them to take the button everywhere with them, even the bathroom, or they won't be able to call for help if they need it. And the good news is the wearable buttons are waterproof, so a user can even wear them in the shower. Well, I didn't take this wearable button in the shower, but I did give it a bath. Let's see how waterproof the buttons are. I'm going to try to do this underwater here. It's still underwater, and I'm pressing the button.
Calling for help.
It still works.
Calling for help.
Hello, this is Brian with SeniorLiving.Org. Do you need help?
No, just testing the system, thank you. So it took a little longer than I would have liked, but it did work from underwater. When it comes to caring for seniors, it's wise to consider worst case scenarios. What if a senior calls for help but can't speak? Although the wearable buttons are high tech, they don't contain speakers or microphones, so you can't speak to an agent through them. If you initiate a call from a wearable button or the base unit, but the agent can't hear you, they'll go down your designated call list to find a caregiver or emergency medical services to ensure your safety. So even if a customer can't talk, Baylor Medical will send help. And even if a senior knocks themselves out and can't even press a button, well, the system comes with optional fall detection, which dials the call center if triggered. The fall detection monitors, worn on a necklace like this one here, they use an accelerometer to try to determine if the wearer has fallen. And they can send help even if the user's out cold. But let's not dwell on the negative. Baylor Medical can help seniors even if they're not in the throes of an emergency. If your mom is just feeling poorly or needs some personal help while she's in the bathroom, she doesn't want first responders breaking down her door. If there's an episode that simply requires the help of a friend, neighbor, or family member, Baylor Medical can reach out to them, which 911 can't do. This protection comes at a surprisingly low cost. The basic SOS Home landline system comes with a unit and a choice of wearable buttons for around $25 a month. That's the lowest price we've seen to safeguard your loved ones. Of course, that's in addition to your regular phone service fees. And you will need an active phone jack. The cellular version is available at a few bucks more. It's $30 a month. And for either system, there's no equipment payment or activation fee. You will have an equipment fee if you want fall detection. It's $30 for a button, plus another $10 a month. And if you want an extra fall detection button for your spouse, well, you'd pay an additional $30 for a button, plus another $10 a month. And additional wearable buttons, like the one underwater here, they'll cost you a flat fee of $39. But there's no additional monitoring charge to protect a spouse or roommate, unless you want fall detection. One feature appreciated by women is the availability of charms that make your neck pendant look like jewelry to help hide the buttons. These cost an additional flat fee of just $25. And if you're a slave to fashion like me, you can also upgrade your wristband with different colors for $17. For an additional $35, you get a wall button like this one to attach to high-risk areas, like the bottom of the stairs, that can also access the system. The two Baylor Medical home systems are inexpensive, but they only work at home. What if you want to protect a senior when they leave home as well? For my reviews of Baylor Medical's 3 mobile alert systems, watch this video here. Stay safe, seniors.